Greetings, this is Doc Ock coming at you live and direct tonight from Black Facts Headquarters Central with another installment of Doc Ock at noon and 9. We appreciate all of y'all being here this evening, and we have forgotten what we were supposed to do. And now it just dawns on us that we were supposed to play the intro. So, seeing as how I forgot to do it, but now I remember what you told me not to forget, let me go ahead and play the intro for you. Oh, that ended on kind of a sour note, but at least we did get her done, so to speak. So much for starting off on the right foot. I guess we've started off on the left foot, and apparently we may have to end up on the left foot. But in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and try to do what we can do to not entertain, but to edutain you. So kick back, dig, relax as we go into our next month of live streams focused like a laser on Black Genius. That's what we're calling this one. We're calling this Black Genius because that's who we are. We are some geniuses. We have created more things that have been beneficial to the world than a little bit, including, by the way, vaccines. So if you thought Jonas Salk discovered the first vaccine or so on and so forth and all that stuff, not exactly. Actually, it was back in slavery days that one of the white doctors who owned some slaves down in the South discovered his slave using a vaccine to keep the other slaves from getting sick. And he watched what he was doing and then put his name on it as if he discovered it. Just like Columbus discovered America, etc., etc., etc. Need I say more? I think not. So tonight, we're going to start off real simple, and we're just going to mention a few boilerplate names. We're going to we're going to go ahead and do some reading here from one of our books that we have here in the Crosby Archives about one of the most dynamic inventors ever to be born and raised right here on these very shores. Matter of fact, we'll start off with Garrett A. Morgan. Short story about Garrett A. Morgan. And Garrett A. Morgan, as a matter of fact, comes right out of Cleveburg, Ohio. Cleveland, Ohio. A. Morgan, born 1875, passed away 1873. And let me see if we can get this thing to work properly. See if we can get the science on this. The time, July 25th, 1916. The place, 5 miles out. Think about that now. That's 19 times around the track for those of you who have been doing your walking around the track. 19 times around the track. That's how far out they were. And 228 feet below Lake Erie and the Cleveland Waterworks. An explosion in tunnel number 5 had trapped over 24 men. No one knew for sure whether there were any survivors at all. And there was only one way to tell: to have somebody go down into the tunnel. With great quantities of smoke, natural gases, dust, and debris, it was simply impossible for anyone to go into number 5 and come out alive. So whatever did they do? Well, I'm about to tell you. At 2 a.m., when everything seemed hopeless, somebody recalled that there was a man by the name of Garrett Morgan who had been demonstrating a gas inhalator in an effort to interest manufacturers. Immediately, a call went out for Morgan, who wasted no time in reaching the scene of the disaster. Grim-lipped men and sobbing women moved aside as Garrett and his brother Frank arrived. Quickly donning their inhalators, the two brothers, assisted by 2 volunteers, entered the tunnel. Down, down, down they went 100 feet, 200 feet, into the darkness, the pitch blackness below not only the earth, but the water itself. They descended. Soon, Garrett Morgan stumbled into the body of a man, quickly gathering up this body and locating other men. Garrett's small party returned to the tunnel's elevator, which whisked them to the surface. Again and again, Garrett Morgan led rescuers into tunnel number 5 to save over a score of the workmen. Morgan's heroic act thrust him before the public. Many manufacturers and fire departments showed keen interest in his breathing device. Morgan was requested to demonstrate his inhalator in many cities and towns. In the Deep South, though, it was necessary for Morgan to employ a white man to show off his invention. Orders began to pour into Cleveland as many municipalities purchased the Morgan inhalator. However, the orders soon stopped when the racial identity of the inventor became known. They said they'd rather be dead than alive if they had to use something made by a black man. Now, if you can imagine that, then you can imagine people not wanting to take the vaccine today, saying the same kind of thing. They'd rather be dead than to take a vaccine made by what? A black woman. Maybe that's not the reason why they're not taking it, but there do seem to be some trust issues here. Funny what people will do, isn't it? Or not, as the case may be. Garrett Morgan was not discouraged. He returned to his workshop, and in 1923, he created a device which makes possible the orderly movement of the millions of automobiles in today's cities and towns. We call it the automatic stop sign. Well, he called it the automatic stop sign. Today we call it the stop light. Rights to the stop sign were sold to GE, General Electric, Thomas Edison's company, for the kingly sum of $40,000 in 1923 dollars. That's a lot of cheddar. A nice sum for a man who had come to Cleveland, Ohio, a penniless native of Tennessee. Awarded a solid gold medal by the city of Cleveland for his heroic rescue, Garrett lived in that city until his death in 1963. And of course, these two inventions that we just mentioned here were not the only inventions made by Garrett A. Morgan. Garrett A. Morgan made many more inventions in a number of different fields. But the two that he's most famous for are the gas inhalator, otherwise known as a gas mask today, and the stoplight, or as he called it, the stop sign. By stop sign, it was a automatic stop sign. So it would arms would go down and it would say stop, and then the arms would go up and it would say go. And so it would stop and go, and it would go back and forth like that. And so people would know whether or not they should stop. Because before that, a lot of people were having accidents. Accidents were real common in Cleveland round about that time before he invented this automatic stop sign and put all that stuff to rest. So Garrett A. Morgan, our black inventor of the night. We will be looking for more information on Garrett A. Morgan, as well as more images of Garrett A. Morgan. And we'll be bringing you the stories for the next month as we go through a whole host of inventors, scientists, and other notable black geniuses. So September, going back to school month, this is the month we are dedicating to Black Genius. That's what we're going to call it, Black Genius. And by the way, Black Genius, the word genius actually refers to females because it's a word that has roots in India in the Hindu language. A genie, you have a yogi, which is a male a yoga expert, and then you have, if you have a female yoga expert, you call them a yogini. So you hear there the genie part of it, and that's where the word genius comes from. So when we talk about Black Genius, we're going to be talking about some men, and we'll be talking about some women as well. So enough said. We'll be back tomorrow at noon with more about black scientists, inventors, mathematicians, and other feats of intellectual prestidigitation performed by black people. That's what we're going to focus on for the rest of the month of September 2021. So stick with us. We're going to have a good time. You're going to learn a lot, and you'll have some things to talk about with your friends and your family. And while you're at it, you can even help us with some of our numbers as well. Because one thing we could use right about now is a good donation. So why don't you go ahead and make that a vocation, the possibility even of giving us a donation. You can easily donate by going to our website, www.blakfacts. There's a donate button there at the top in the bar going across the top. Or you can do it, go right below our live stream presentations on Facebook or YouTube. In the description area, you'll find a link directly to the website where you can donate that way, or you can donate right through Facebook itself. Okay? There's another link there. If you're on your phone, just look for that bar, the notifications. Open up your notifications bar on the right side of your screen and scroll down, and you'll see in there where we have notified you how you can make a donation. We need your support. You need our support. We're in this together, no matter the weather. So right about now, the last thing I have to say is to the little ones out there. All you little children know what time it is. Don't make me have to give you a quiz. Take your little head, put it on your little pillow, on your little bed, and close those your eyes while you wait on that sun to rise. And when you feel those sunbeams beaming down on your eyes, you'll know that it's time for you to rise and shine, oh children of mine, because you are the next genius that we're going to be talking about. You are the next one we're going to want to praise. You are the next one we're going to want to honor. Peace out, without a doubt, to all you geniuses out there. Of course, with justice, because without justice, peace is not something that even makes sense. Tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow, look for us at noon. We'll be black. Meanwhile, we're headed to our extra